regulation loss for your team since the last time you played this team on November 12th. What did you see from the game tonight?
Well, the first period we weren't connecting. You could see it, passes in the skates. Our routes were off, trying to make plays where there was no plays to be made. I thought the second period we started to move our feet. At the end of the first period, we started to move our feet. Second period, we were playing faster. And then the third period, we created some chances, scored a big goal. But you look at the numbers. So shots are even. We have more scoring chances than they do, 16-10. We're 59% on the face-off. So there's, those numbers would tell you most of the time you win those games. First goal against is a bad bounce. We try to make plays in the offensive zone. They play a different style in their defensive zone coverage. So the type of goal we scored, Scarbosa, bring pucks to the net and going to the net is what we're good at, and moving our feet. Our speed is our biggest skill. So, but we didn't see it for 60 minutes. The timing of our penalties were off. Whether it's a good call or a bad call, there's nothing we can do about that. But the timing of our penalties were not good. So there's things that we need to learn from.
Speaking of timing penalties, I guess you may be referring to the Brendan Lemieux penalty that cut the power play short later in the game.
Well, those two, and at the end, we're trailing by one. There's 3 minutes left. You can't take one there.
As a coach, you must take some pride seeing the development in Jack Rostovic's game and see him be called up today.
Absolutely. That's why we exist, to see those guys being called up, and he deserves that call. You don't like to see anybody getting injured, obviously, but and the fact that he spent some time on the wing this year, and he was quite successful. He can play as a center, as we know. His attitude is right. His speed was right. Came back after the Christmas break. He was flying on the ice during our practices. So it's good for him. It's good for the organization. And again, that's why we're here. It's to send those guys up and help the Jets win some games.
That said, your team's averaging over 4 goals a game this year. You scored 2 today. Does taking him out of your lineup have an impact on a game like today's?
Well, it does. Obviously, he's creating a lot of offense, but I think the stat that I'm the most impressed with our team so far is the goals against. We're number 1 in the league, and that's something that's going to pay off as the season goes on.
Are there maybe some silver linings with having Rosvic called up? Guys like Appleton getting a shift to center, Spacek getting a chance on the top line.
Yeah, well, obviously it creates different opportunities for different people, and that's something we talked about. Appleton being tried in the middle. So third period we made the switch, Spacek in the middle and Appleton on the wing, and that line got going a little bit more, I thought, in the third. But it's again, that's why we exist, to put those guys in different positions.
From a coaching standpoint, how do you help your team find a little bit more room tomorrow and use their speed in the second meeting with San Jose?
Well, you know what? I think it's all about us. I think it's not about San Jose or anybody else, and that's what we've learned so far this season. It's when we focus on what we do well and what we do good, we give at least a chance to be successful and to win the hockey games. I thought that from the end of the first period, the second period especially, we were moving our feet, and that's what we need to do, and force the other team to play at our speed.